Hi, everyone.
There we go. Let's see.
We are happy to be here. Lisa is just clicking over to Instagram.
Trying.
Live.
All right.
And so you didn't get her normal happy Wednesday, everyone.
I know, right? Okay, it's not letting me go live.
Okay, so we're not going to be live on Instagram.
Gosh darn it. I spent so much time researching that and trying to get that figured out, and I thought, oh, piece of cake. Yeah, no. All right, whatever. So,
Hey, Beatrice.
hi, Beatrice.
I have the dates for the event. I know you asked me. Hi, Jeannie.
Oh, it says we are live in Instagram. I don't
be.
know. We'll see.
Hi,
Jeannie.
So, Beatrice, the dates for the event are May 14th through the 17th. And then next year I'll have to put it back to April because the shows that I attend keep switching all their dates.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work things around that.
Yes. Well, you have to when you're traveling like that. I mean, we were always moving stuff around.
Jeannie, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Well, I hope.
Instagram.
It says we are. I don't know.
I'm sure we are.
Because I can't see it now. So, anyways. So, hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. Ann and I are back. I'm sorry that we were late. I have not talked to this woman in weeks now, and I just missed her face so much. I was like, okay, I have got to. So we had to do a little bit of catching up. So we did that, and that's why we were a tad bit late. Because, yeah. But I have a great project to share with you guys today. Using Gwen Studios ribbons and buttons. And it's a quick and easy project. I wanted something springy. I'm so over the cold and the rain. And, in California, we're not used to that kind of stuff. So I'm like over it. And I told my husband, and I was like, I just want to make something fun and bright and pretty and, just have a good time. So that's what I did. So I'll show you real quick what we're doing. This is what I'm making today. Look how cute that is, you guys.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I have to say
it's just happy.
It is happy, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't find, I know I have a stamp somewhere that says happy spring or something like that. I couldn't find it, of course. But that was all right because I found the other one that says hello sunshine. So yeah, I just wanted to do something happy, especially the last few months have been crazy with, it's just, yeah. So.
A lot going on.
Yeah. So that's, I know. So that is why I picked that project. And it's easy and it's fun. So we'll just, have a good time while we're doing it. Okay, so you're back finally. Yay.
I'm back for a bit. I leave again in like 3 weeks, but I'm back.
I know, my goodness. We're going to have to put a tracker on you.
Yeah.
Wow. So I know where you are. Well, I always know where you are anyways.
You do.
It's kind of like checking in with your husband, Yeah.
He does know where I am.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Gwen Studios is going to be sponsoring today, and they're going to be doing the giveaway. So, of course, if you want to enter in the giveaway, you have to like, comment, and share my video here. And you need to hashtag Bella Crafts. Okay. And that way, those of you that are watching us for the first time, what we do is we put all the names in a randomizer, and it picks up the hashtag Bella Crafts and then tells us, and then it picks a winner. So that's how we know who's going to win. Yes. So I did Sizzix last week. Yes, I did Sizzix last week. So I will be announcing that winner today. I already did it. I have had a really productive week this last week, and I feel like, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm back in my groove again.
Good.
Because I really had a really good productive week. And after multiple hand surgeries and other issues, I was just ready to go back to work and have some fun. So that's what we're doing. If you're watching us on YouTube, do not worry about, not being entered, because I do go in and pick those names out randomly. I mean, not randomly. I pick the names out, pick them out, put them in the thing. I do it. I don't want to say it's not random. That's the word I want? Manually. There we go. See, this is why I have to have my wing woman, because when I can't talk, she does it for me. So I need a haircut so bad. My hair's just annoying.
No, I like it.
I have it. Yeah. It's getting too long to do anything with. All right. So yes, I am doing better. Thank you, Karen. And everybody else that popped in. Hi, you guys. Hi, Becca.
And then yes, hi everyone.
Oh, and Joni. Hi, Joni. Diana. Yes. Oh, nice. Hi, guys. All right. So I guess
I want to mention something. So yes, this is the first time we're going live on Instagram also. So on Instagram, you could heart this, and you could hashtag in the comments below also Bella Crafts, because we'll go over there and grab those names also. So yes, wherever you're watching from, you'll be able to enter the giveaway.
Yes. So I'm hoping, if it's not going live now, I will get it fixed and figured out before next week. So it's telling me, but I don't know. So we'll see. But do you want to talk about the event for a minute before we start?
Okay. So while I was gone for the last couple months, I have set up everything for the event. We have manufacturers who are sponsoring it. We have our teacher list. I am just waiting for a couple of things from a couple of the teachers. So there'll be a blog post out, hopefully at the end of this week, beginning of next week, with a list of all of the instructors, what they'll be teaching. Their projects won't be shown yet, because I give them a little bit more time to create their projects.
Right.
But the event is May 14th through the 17th. And the event, when registration is open, there'll be a post also, but it will go out first to anybody who has been to one of the previous BellaCons. So they get the first chance to register for the swag.
Right.
It's just a bonus that they get. And when I came home, there were all these boxes here, because I had told manufacturers start shipping between March 15th and April 15th. Perfect window. I can, but some just ship as soon as they know they're supporting something.
Yep.
And one of my grandsons called me and he said, "Hey, Grandma, there's boxes here. Where do you want them?" And I said, "In the porch." And I said, "No, just put them in my craft room, because in the porch, it was all locked up and sealed."
Yeah.
And he said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You don't want them in the basement?" I said, "Why would I want them in the basement?" And he said, "Okay." And then come to find out, they had carried the boxes to the basement. And then he called me.
Ow!
And I had asked him, "Are the boxes heavy?" "No, they're not heavy." Oh my gosh. Kyla is she's 13 and she's about 80 pounds. And she just lifted those boxes. They were heavy. Even my husband had to drag them to the porch for me.
Yeah.
They were heavy. But I had 4 giant boxes and a couple little boxes. And this week, since I've been home, I have tracking numbers for other things that are coming. So it's exciting. It's always exciting to see what manufacturers are sharing.
Yes.
But the lineup of teachers is awesome. I like to always add somebody new, so it's not always the same people. The same people for my events, most likely Eileen will always be one of my
Right.
instructors because Eileen has always done my events and I do her things and we're just great friends.
Yeah.
And then Pear Blossom Press, she will always do BellaCon.
Yep.
And last year, Jules was new. She's coming back. But I have a couple new instructors and I'm so excited to share them with you. I have
Yes.
somebody that does hand lettering and, you know,
love that.
I have horrible lettering. So if I can learn anything, it'd be great. But yeah, so we have new instructors and some familiar ones because, you know, they're all quality instructors that have been creating in the industry forever.
Exactly, because you know they're professional designers. It's what they do for a living. So
They do. So I'm excited putting that together. And we also have a new book that will be coming out in the next week or two. I'm putting the finishing touches on it.
Mm-hmm.
Excited about that. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
In
working on spring issue.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it always seems to happen like when you're gone and then you come back and then now all of the stuff happens all at once. So, and I was going to do a workshop for the event, but
we haven't rolled it out.
Yeah.
We're still, you know, putting that together. But I do have a lot of manufacturers that will be coming on and sharing things with you guys too.
That's fun.
That will be fun.
That is fun. Yes.
They're bringing in some of their instructors.
Oh yeah, because that's what we did last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
and that was new because we've never done that in the past.
Right.
So, and I thought it was fun, you know, being able to see the actual manufacturers and or their designers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
a lot of fun.
They're so knowledgeable on those products.
Oh my gosh.
Lynn, yes, Eileen is always so much fun, and so is Jules. Yes. Yeah. So it's for those of you that haven't been to one of the BellaCon events, they used to be live at Mall of America. Currently, we are doing them where not all the instructors, because last year I invited some remote instructors, but the majority of the instructors are together in one location. So you kind of see us interact together, and that's always fun.
That's always fun.
And the instructors are watching the comments for the other instructors they're teaching. So we're not missing comments, and we try to answer them right away. And you get swag. We have manufacturers. The swag right now is, from what I'm figuring, it's currently valued at over $200.
Yeah.
So lots of
fun
coming in. Yeah. Yeah. Well, some of them don't tell me what they're sending, so I can't figure it out until I see what they're sending. So, but we have some new manufacturers that are sponsoring, so that's always fun too.
Yeah.
So,
like to switch it up every once in a while.
Karen, hilariously fun.
Yeah. Karen knows. She's been to our events. She knows.
It is fun. And
it is.
One day we will all be in person.
Yeah, I hope.
Yes.
I keep dreaming.
Well, it'll happen.
I hope so. Yeah. All right. Wow. So that is a whole lot of stuff we got going on.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah. It's going to be so much fun. I always look forward to BellaCon. I always look forward to it, except for getting up at real early. But even that doesn't even bother me anymore. So you heard me say it here. It does not even bother me anymore. I'm up. I just, might move a little slower, but I'm here. Yeah.
Karen, you'll be there in person when it happens. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know. It's it has to be the right time and to find the right venue.
Yes.
And where I'm not signing a contract for like $40,000 and
Yeah.
You know, because you know.
You have to. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when we did our first Bellicon and my mouth dropped because I was like, oh my gosh.
That wasn't as bad because we didn't, because it was at Mall of America.
Right.
And we didn't do food. But because it was at Mall of America, after workshops, people didn't network together and hang around. They went shopping.
Right. Yeah.
So
yep.
I want it to be more, you know, at a venue where we're all together and, you know, we can network and just hang out.
Just hang out. Yep.
Lynn, I love being able to watch live from home. Yes, you're welcome. I know. There are pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
I just love events. And I love being able to see people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part that I miss the most. I just want to, you know, I don't get to hug anybody. And, you know, we're all huggers. So, you know, but I'm good. I mean, you know, I still go. I'm still having fun. I still, you know, interact with everybody. I just do it like
to do all the giveaways. So she's having fun.
Yes.
And the giveaways are huge.
Oh, you know, my gosh. I mean,
we have the giveaways are anywhere from, they have to be a minimum of a $40 value.
Right.
And a lot of them are over $100 value.
I know.
So we do have generous sponsors.
Our sponsors are amazing. They always have been. And, you know, and it's one of the reasons why we continue to do what we do, you know, with the lives and, you know, the events and stuff, because, you know, when you've got that type of support and, you know, and of course we're doing for them too, because, you know, we're promoting their stuff and, you know, you guys, we're getting it into your hands so you can play too. So it's always a good as far as I'm concerned. You know, I just love it. So yeah. Becca says very generous sponsors. Yes.
They are. Hey, Kelly.
It's amazing. Hi, Kelly. Okay. So
Lisa should get started.
Yeah. Well, this is a really quick project, so it's not going to take forever. But let me switch cameras real quick, and then I will show you how to do this, and then tell you about these glass beads that I have been picking up off my table forever. Okay, so I'm going to try to, I don't want to lay this down because I don't want glass beads coming out, or I'll show you what I'm using. But yeah, this is it with these cute little buttons. And then, you know, add a little bit of foo-foo up there. You can do almost anything with this. I just, like I was saying earlier, I just wanted to do something happy and springy. Spring is my favorite time of the year because it's always so, you know, you get from winter into spring and, you know, then all the bright colors are coming out. So spring always makes my heart happy. So that's why I wanted to do this to show you guys. And it's just super, super simple. Okay, so how we are going to get started on this. All right, so you do need a container. Now you can go to the dollar store or even look into what you have at home, because you can put these in anything. So this is like a 99-cent thing from the 99-cent store that I bought. It's been a few years, but I have a few of these and I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to use that. It's plugged right now because I don't want these to be all over the place. So those, what I'm showing you are these. These are the glasslets. There we go. Okay, so that's what I filled my container with. Now you can use this. I love this because it's really, really simple to use. It is a great filler for containers. So I just loved it. If you have a big enough opening here, you know, you can use pebbles, you can use beads, you can add buttons inside. So it just depends on, you know, what your container looks like and then what you're going to put into it. So right now I'm going to turn my glue gun on so I I forgot to do that earlier. Okay, so how we're going to start, first of all, let me move some of the stuff up out of the way. Okay, so what you're going to do to start, of course, let me scooch this up. All right, so you want to go through and you want to pick your button colors. So as I said, because I wanted something, you know, nice and springy, I did real colorful. And then you want a variation of sizes. Okay, so you want a large, medium, and then a smaller button. Okay, so however many flowers that you make, that is what you're going to use. Okay, or that's how many buttons you're going to need, is what I meant to say. Excuse me. I also added, this is a jewelry cap. I know you guys probably can't. I'm going to come down, or come up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is a jewelry cap that I used. And then also I used some flower and leaves die cuts, just generic. I've had them for a while. I actually used some of them last week. So that's why I thought, oh, that'll be fun. I'll just, you know, use some of those again. So anything will work. Okay, you guys. So, you know, any type of flower dye that you have will work. It's not really hard. Okay. So what you want to do, I created 6 because I wanted my 6 flowers, and then I did them all in different colors. And then, of course, you want to die cut out some leaves. And I did 2 different types like this. There we go. And then you stick those together, and then we'll put them on as we go along. Okay, so let me scooch this over here for now. All right, so what we're going to do to get started here, I'm going to pick a wire. Okay, so this wire, the wire that I'm using for the flowers, is a 24 gauge. Okay. And I have had these forever. I have them in all different colors. I've used them a lot for different things through the years. And I always go back to them because I just love all the different colors. So you can see in the flowers all of these cool colors that I added. Let me pull them out so you guys can see them. So these are all of the different colors that I used. Nice and bright and pretty. And then I used a bigger wire. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, here we go. Then I used a thicker wire for the little accents that I put in. Okay, so let me get started, and I'm going to show you what you need to do. So you're going to cut your wire about 15 inches. Now, for me, I like to always do things a little bit longer than maybe I need. So then that way I would rather cut off than not be able to use it because I've done it too short, right? So I cut these at 15 inches. And then I did the 6 different colors. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that and fold it in half. And then at the very end here, you're going to make a tiny little loop. So we're going to turn that around just like that. And then you're going to make a loop. And then what you do from there, straighten those out just a tad. And then you're going to start layering your flowers. So you're going to start first with your jewelry cap. Okay. So how you want to do it is you want to do it from the smallest to the largest. Okay. So we're going to start with the smallest, which is this. And we're just going to thread that up there. And then you just start adding your buttons. Okay. Super easy. This is so much fun too to make. Although I do have to say that it took me a little bit longer to do the wires because I had to stop because my hands were hurting. But that was all right because I still did it. So we've got all of our buttons that we're going to just slide right on there. There we go. And then last, I have my nice pretty blue one. Gwen Studios has such a huge variety of beads, and they're just, you know, really, really pretty. Okay, so once you have your buttons on, or not beads, buttons. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now that you have your buttons on, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your flower that you die cut, and you're going to poke a little hole in it. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to add this. There we go. And then there's the start of your flower. See how simple that goes together? It's very, very easy. So what you're going to do from here now, I'm going to wait and add my leaves after I do my spinning, or my twisting, I should say. So the easiest way that I found to do this was to take my button, grab my biggest button here, and start turning that. And when I started turning that, then it started turning my wire. Okay, so you can do it as tight or as loose as you want. When I did mine a little bit tight, which is probably why my hands hurt. But when I got down towards the bottom, I didn't worry about it so much because I knew that you weren't going to be able to see the bottom part of it. So you're just going to twist that on. And as you see, it's going to, you know, pull apart like that. That's fine. No worries. And then down at the bottom, what I did is I just kind of wrapped it around like this. And just really, really, really simple. Okay. So now you've got your wire done on your little flowers there. And then we're going to take our leaves, and I hope my glue gun's hot enough. Yep, it'll work. Okay, and I'm going to add just a tad bit of glue on the back there. And the reason why I waited to do my leaves instead of doing them right when I strung the flower on was just because it made it easier. I didn't have to deal with trying to keep track of this and the flower or the leaves while I was turning. So that's why I did it like that. Now, what I also did, you can adhere all of these buttons together if you want. I didn't do that. Okay. I didn't do it. But what I did do was I took a little bit of my glue gun here and I added it to the back of my large flower. My large button, sorry. And then I just kind of pulled up. And there you have your flower. How cool is that? Super easy to do. Now, I'm not going to do all 6 because you guys will be bored out of your mind. Trust me. So I did do a couple ahead of time. I was playing with these. So, but this one, my glue gun needed to be charged last night. So I did not get to finish these too much. So again, I'm going to do that really quick where I'm just going to glue that right up underneath my flower there. Okay. And this one, yes. All right. And this is optional. You don't have to do it like that. But I did find that if I added a little bit of the glue gun, it did keep my beads together tighter, which is what I wanted. I didn't want them to be kind of flopping around. So instead of, taking the time to do all of your beads and adhere them together, if you just do your flower to the back of your large bead or button, I keep saying beads, your large buttons, then the rest of your buttons are all going to sit nice and pretty. So no worries. Okay. So then you got all, you get all your pretty flowers, right? there we go. Now, as I said, I did 6. I'm not going to do 6 now, but these are the other ones that, because I actually was going to try to do them all, but then I realized at the last minute, last night when I was working on some different stuff, I realized it was probably going to take too long. But so these are the other pretty ones that I used or was going to use, but we're going to set that aside because you already know how to do these pretty ones. Okay, so now we're going to take this thicker wire. This, I believe, is a 22. Now, your wires will depend on the gauge, okay? So for these, you don't want to use a super, super thin wire unless you double it. Okay, let me show you what I mean by that, if I can find my green one. There it is. Okay. So this one, okay, this was another gauge wire. This one's a little bit lighter gauge wise. So what you can do, if you have wire already at home, then, you know, and if it's not as heavy as you want it, then what you can do is just cut your stem a little bit longer, or cut your wire a little bit longer, and then double it up. And that's, you know, going to help with the thinner wires, which is what I used for these. Now, as I said, for the other little things I did, the little extra embellishments, this is a thicker wire. But even though it's thicker, it's still really bendable. So I love that. Okay, so you're going to take this silver wire now, and you're going to cut it at about 20 inches. And then you're going to grab a paintbrush or whatever you got on hand, and then you're just going to whip these around. And how many times you wrap it around is totally up to you. Okay? So however you want to do it. So then we're going to take that off and then move it just like this. Okay? And then straighten the stem out just a tad. And then also what I like to do is just kind of pull this apart just a bit. So I did 3 of these in the silver. And then I thought, wow, I want to try some black accents in there also, instead of just the silver ones. Because I thought with all of the lighter colors, if I add some, you know, a darker, like a black, it's going to stand out much better. I like the contrast between the light and the dark. So again, for this one is a little bit smaller because it's a smaller gauge wire. And this is also a 24. So for this, I just took this and wrapped it around. Here, let me just pull one out right now. I'll just do it real quick so you can see. So you're going to take your wire cutters and then cut that right off. Okay, there we go. And then take this one, and I just used my little nifty little tool here because it was already on my table, so why not, right? Okay, so then I just took this and then just wrapped it around. And again, it'll just depend on, you know, how much you want to do. Okay, so you're going to pull that off. And then you have these other little accents that you can add. All right, so then what you're going to do to finish it all up. Now, I corked this just because I did not want to be picking up any more glass beads or the glass slits, these fillers, because I accidentally dumped some of it and I've been picking it up forever. Oh my gosh, over the weekend. Okay, so you've already got it filled, right? It's right there. It's filled and it's ready for your flowers. So now what I like to do is I like to put all of my stuff in first. Okay. And then I will go back and decide what I want. Where do I need to cut them? Okay. So for this, I don't want them all to be all the same size. So this is why I said I always like to do things a little bit longer, because then you can just cut off the excess that you don't want. All right. So I'm just going to then take my little wire cutters here and cut that off and plop it back in. Okay, I like that. That's a good size. And then this one, I'm just going to do a little less because I want it to be a little bit taller. Okay. And then I have this last one here. I just love these colors. They're so bright and pretty. You could also do this for fall, for Christmas, all kinds of different, it just depends on the buttons that you're using and the colors. So, there's a bunch of variations you can do on this. Okay, so I put all of my flowers in, and then I decide, okay, do I need to add more? Do I need to take away more? So for mine, of course, I added more because you want it to be pretty full, right? Okay, so then you're going to take your little doodads here, my little embellishments that I've already done, and I can already tell now that it's going to be too tall. So then I'm going to cut it down just a bit. You could make so many of these in such a short amount of time if you were doing them for tables for something. This would be really cute for like a spring lunch. If you are having like a little spring party for lunch or something, and you want to put these on the table. Yeah. All right. Now, I always follow the rule of odd numbers. And what I mean by that is anytime you're doing something creative, you're creating a project, right? You always want to do it in 3s or 5s or, whatever. This I did do 6 because I liked all of the colors. But for my embellishments that I'm going to put in, these little guys, I did 3 of each. Okay, so odd numbers. I used to know why we did that. And do you remember why? I think it's just because it's aesthetic, right? Just look at it.
It just looks better.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put 3 of these in. All right, I'm going to add that. Okay, there we go. And here's a 3rd one. I'll just whip this one up really quick. Let me get that out of the way so I don't knock it down. All right, so again, I'm going to just wrap this around real quick. And for this one, I'm going to do more on my loops. Okay, and then pull them apart just a bit. There we go. And then, of course, you always want to make sure that you straighten out your wire for your stem, okay? Because if not, then it's going to be all funky. But it doesn't, you do want to do that, but the wire, you don't want the wire so thick that you can't bend it if you want to. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to add this 3rd. Tuck that in there. And then I just added my black ones in. So there we go. We'll put one back here. And how you put it together is all on you. I mean, it's whatever you like, whatever you think is going to be pretty. Okay, this one is too long, so we're going to trim some of this. And we'll add this one over here on this side. Okay, there we go. Now see, this is a little bit smaller because it doesn't have as many flowers in it, but that's fine. So to finish it off, what we're going to do then is take some of my Gwen Studio ribbons here. And because I did not want my stems to be seen, because you don't want, that just looks ugly. So you don't want that. All right. So what I did was I just took a little bit of piece off of this package. And I'm going to wrap it around here to my back side. Okay. And just add a little bit of glue. And then glue that second end. There we go. And just wrap that around. Okay. So now you've got that on. And then you can't see your stems that are in. Okay. For mine, I'll show you again how I did mine, but for this one, I would definitely add a little bit more of the glasslet beads because I can still see my wires here. But when I did mine, I filled it to the top and I wasn't paying attention and it kind of went, yeah, it went everywhere. All right. So you've got your ribbon around and then we're going to make a bow. And hopefully I'm going to make a bow and my hand's going to work like I ask it to, but we'll see. Maybe not. All right. That's too small. I want to do something bigger. Okay, here we go. Take my little ribbon here. Now this is how I tie bows. I guess I didn't realize this until one time when Anne asked me about it. I think it was you, Anne, that asked me. How I tie bows is how my mom taught me years ago. So the way she taught me was if you do it this way, if you only have one-sided ribbon, and what I mean by that is just the decoration on one side and not the other, then you can still see it. Okay, trim this down. There we go. All right, let me wrap this again. Got a little bit longer here. So I'm going to tie that, wrap it around. And it never fails, but, well, I probably shouldn't say it until I'm done because this will be the time when it'll not work right, but there it goes. Okay. So see, it always comes out the right way, which I just love because, I hate messing with ribbons and making sure that, that things are going to not turn right or it's not going to look right. So now you just got this really pretty bow, and even though you don't have the decoration on the back, you've got the printed side on the top, and all of your ends here on your ribbon are now all the same. Okay, so then I'm going to trim this off just a smidge. There we go. And then we're going to take this and add this right on top of our bottle here. Okay, and then that just adds another level of pretty, right? Okay, so then the last thing that I did, I took a die set that I have from Lawn Fawn. This one is called Scalloped Circle Gift Tag. Okay, and since I've got it here, let me pull it out and show you guys what's in here. I always, when I'm die cutting stuff, I always cut out extra pieces just so then I'll know what it looks like. Okay, so the set comes, let me get all this out of the way here. The set comes with this heart and the smaller circle and then the scalloped circle. And then, excuse me, move all of those out of the way. Okay, and then it's got a little tag in there if you want to, add that. And then it has the 2 little circle dies that you can use on your circle. So let me show you what I mean by that. But this is what comes in this set. All right, so I'm going to stick that all back in there. And then also, I used my circle set from Lawn Fawn, and I used the Hello Sunshine stamp from that. So what you're going to do is you're going to die cut just the scalloped one out on. I used, this is a glossy cardstock. It doesn't matter, but you're going to cut your circle out with your color first. And then you're going to do the smaller plain circle in white. And then, of course, stamp your image on it with your black Gina K ink. Okay. And then you're going to add it together. Now, this one already has a little bit of adhesive on it. So I didn't have to worry about messing with that. And then last, we're just going to take a piece of this silver stringy stuff that I have tons of from my mom. My mom gave me so much. And then we're going to put that through, hopefully. There we go. Put through. Oh, second piece. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I cannot wait to get my other hand done. I hate surgery. I really, really do. I would almost rather do anything, than surgery, considering I've had 23 already. But I got to be able to use my hands.
I'm not sure I understand.
No, Siri. Thank you. Siri's talking to me. All right. So we're going to put our little string through there. Come on. There we go. And then pull it through. There you go. Just like that. Okay, so now you've got your little label here. And then what I did for this, because I wanted mine to stay on my glass. I didn't want it to be flopping around. So either use some double-sided tape or you can, use your glue gun. I'll do that since mine's right here. I am such a messy crafter. All right. And then I'm going to put that on. Okay. And then to stabilize it, you're just going to take it, wrap it around the back, and then tie it off. Okay. So then once you've done that, then there you go. It's all done. So I just added the little circle here, which I just noticed I didn't add on my other tag, but I added the other little circle, the tab that goes on to the hole there. And I just love how this came out. It was just so much fun to make. And I think you guys are going to have a good time trying this out. Yeah. All right.
It's a great project.
Thank you very much. Yep. All right. So let me switch my cameras here. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Okay, I am going to answer some questions.
Yay.
So Isabel, yes, we had daylight savings time. So that would be why we are earlier for you. So sorry about that. We had this past weekend.
I hate daylight savings. I'm telling you, I just cannot get used to it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me much.
I'm just saying, because last night I was putting my step outs and stuff together and I looked at the clock and it was already 8 o'clock. I was like, where did that go? I mean, it was just like.
But it happened Saturday night. So
Yeah, but I wasn't working Saturday night. I was working and noticed, oh my God, I don't have as much time as I thought I did. So,
yeah,
anyways,
I like it later.
yes, I know you do. I do too. I just got to get used to it. It has to be. It takes me a few days to get used to it, and then I'm okay.
It does for most people. Yeah, I think. So I'm going to go over some of these questions. Beatrice was asking, is your flower felt or paper?
Oh, I didn't say that, did I? Gracious, I need to be smacked. I can't believe I didn't say that. This is done with fun foam.
Oh, see, that's
I
cute.
had some fun foam, and I thought, hey, why not try that?
Yeah.
And I just ran it
nice and stiff. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I ran it through my Big Shot and, didn't have any issues and popped them right out. So, yes, sorry, guys. I forgot to tell you about that.
But felt would work really great. Fabric would work awesome.
Yep.
Because with fabric, you could have printed fabric. Ooh, that'd be really pretty. Yeah.
Yes. And do great. Yeah, that would be very pretty too. Or you could too, if you wanted, you could take your fun foam and stamp on it.
Mm-hmm. You could
put a couple designs on there if you want. It would just depend on how big your buttons are, right? And how much you're going to actually see. So make sure that you pick out your buttons first and then decide, if that's how you want to go. But printed fabric would be great.
Really pretty.
Yes.
Because you could use heat and bond and make it double-sided. Oh,
yes. Yes. And see, I just had all this fun foam in different colors, and I was like, "Oh, this will work perfect."
And it did. I mean, because it was very
my
cute.
paper. Yeah.
So Rebecca said spring colors are always happy, which is true.
Yep.
Kathleen said, "I love this."
Oh, thank you,
Karen. It's for her first day going back to a full-time job and having colds. So, Karen, good luck. I hope your job is great.
Yes.
Kelly said, "Anne, your shelves look great. Thank you."
I know, right?
I'm sitting at my desk today. Like when I do my live, I'll be over on my workstation. But I thought now that I have the two computers, I can just, it makes it easier.
I don't have enough room to do that. But like I said, her room's huge. Huge. I dream about her room.
So when you were talking about the rule of three or odd numbers, Becca said symmetry, but it would really be asymmetry, which she said later. She said, no, I think symmetry is even numbers, but yeah, it would be asymmetry. And Elizabeth said pleasing to the eye. And also I remember like when it's even numbers, your eye isn't floating,
Right.
I mean, you're just, so yes, pleasing to the eye is the perfect thing. And then it's not boring too.
Right.
Like, I mean, if it's even numbers, there's going to be 3 red and 3 pink.
Yeah.
6. And then there's 2 of each, or.
Yep. Yeah. And see how I did mine, because I did the 6 flowers. I didn't want to do even numbers for the silver and the black one. So
but in reality, the 9 and the 6 is 15, so that's odd.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it all works out. But I do remember, like, when I first started doing this professionally, that was like always a thing. And I learned from the very beginning that odd numbers or what
3 sequences or 9 sequences, on a card. Yeah. It's true. Amanda said, because when you were using your cordless gun, that she loves hers. And cordless guns are the best. They are. I mean, when they work.
My favorite is the new one though, with the light.
One with the light. I know.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite.
Oh my gosh, that glue gun is amazing.
It is. Somebody said, I don't think I marked it, but somebody said, well, first Rebecca said you can do the kind of bows you do using a fork, which I have seen that.
Yep.
And you wrap it in and out. And Yeah, that's true. Oh, Lynn said some of the little beads on the twisty things would look really cool. And that's a great idea. I love
Yes.
that idea.
Yes. I saw that on Pinterest where people had done that. After they twist their wire, then they'll slip the beads on and do it that way too. So I loved that also, but I wanted it to be a little bit more simple. So that's why I went with straight stems.
Rebecca says we love daylight saving time because it's lighter longer in order to golf and do other outdoor things. Yes, it's true. Yeah. And I think some people think just let be one or the other.
Yeah.
And I'm good with that. I don't care. It doesn't really bother me one way or the other, but I do want it lighter later.
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't really care either way. I just don't like it when it first happens because I just feel like I'm off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm off. So, and especially when I'm losing an hour of sleep. I am not a happy person when I lose an hour of sleep. Just saying.
I have no comment to that.
All right, you guys. So that is it.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not done. So Amanda said your project was adorable. And Isabel said, I got some lovely fabric at the Creative Craft event, including some of Seth Apter's fabric. From somebody who's based in Scotland. That is awesome. Cherish that fabric.
Yes. Yes. His new fabrics are gorgeous. I watched your live and wow. I was like, oh, I want some of those.
I know. Well, and he said he sells, he rips them into like 5-inch strips and he sells them as bundles. That's perfect because a lot of people, I sew, so I use a lot of fabric, but a lot of people only need bits and pieces.
That's me.
That is.
Yeah, because I just need a little bit to add to, whatever I'm working on or whatever. And, there's been many times when I've bought a half a yard of fabric and, use like this much of it, except for velvet. When I'm velvet stamping, then that's completely different. I will use every last inch of it.
I saved every scrap of velvet.
I do too. I should do a velvet project. I haven't done one for a while. I'll be
good for BellaCon.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. I haven't done it in ages. Yeah, it's been a few years.
It is fun. Yeah, I have. Yeah. So now I'm done. You can look through the rest of the comments.
Okay. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you try this. It's really a lot of fun. I will do a blog post on this and it will be up hopefully on Sunday. My last blog post was a couple days late. So, but I almost always have it up by Sunday. Yep. So look for it there and I'll give you links, to whatever you need, whatever products I use. Gwen Studios, you can find them in Walmart and Michael's.
Yep. And online.
And online. So, yeah.
Also, I will be doing a live in about 45 minutes.
Yes.
I am working with real leather. We're going to do a hat band and it's so much fun. And so Lisa is doing a giveaway for Gwen Studios. I'm doing a giveaway for real leather. So
nice.
It's going to be 2 separate giveaways. So make sure you come and watch my live also.
Okay.
And Laura Lee said, I'm joining late. We'll watch the replay. Yes, do a velvet project.
Yeah. I'm serious. I used to love velvet stamping. Well, I did all of those beautiful muffs for Rochelle's wedding for her bridal party. She had a winter wedding. And I made muffs for her bridesmaids, muffs.
They were so cute.
And what I did is I velvet stamped them and then I beaded on the image that I stamped. And it They came out gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Never heard of velvet stamping. It is so cool. I've done it. We've had it in the magazine.
Oh yeah.
We've had projects. It's been a while, but Lisa and I have both done them with my stamps because you need red rubber. You can't do them with the polymer ones because you're heating it. And I don't know. I've never tried, but the impression, like a red rubber stamp, is more deeply etched.
Yes.
And
that's what I was
heat, because when red rubber is made, when a stamp is made, they're in these ovens that are like over 500 degrees. I mean, they're hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer red rubber. You can use the clear stamps, but you like you said, you don't get the impression.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not as deep.
They're not as deep.
Yeah.
I mean, I love clear stamps. Don't get me wrong. But certain things you need red rubber for.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And this is
Isabella. Oh goodness, another craft to try out. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I tell you, because it is so easy to do, and you can create all kinds of cool stuff. If you look on YouTube, I believe on our YouTube channel, I think there might be some velvet stamping.
Maybe.
I'm in there. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
So if you want to, go over and check our YouTube to see if because I cannot remember. It's been such a while since since I've done velvet stamping.
Yeah, I don't think I've done it for a couple of years. I know I was doing a lot of pillows for a while.
Yes. Oh, I love.
Oh, and okay, so if I have it, I think it's right behind me in that thing. I'll show you during my live, because I did velvet stamp a journal.
Oh, yes, I did.
It is beautiful.
I did. There you go. I did a journal also using your stamps. I did a journal cover.
Yep.
And I'm almost positive that's on YouTube, on our YouTube channel.
Well, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah. But if I can find a picture of the muff that I did for my daughter's wedding, I will share it with you. Yeah. I'll put a post up, because they just came out so
they were beautiful.
Yeah, the marriage didn't last. I told Rochelle.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I am gonna say, I call her out on it all the time. I said, you know what? It took me longer to make your decorations and all that than the time you stayed married. So, because I did everything for her wedding, all the tables, the bridesmaids.
She's remarried and very happy.
Oh, so she's extremely happy.
She's been married forever.
Oh, now. She's been married forever. Yeah, this was years ago.
Yeah. Yes, Carol Duvall used to do velvet stamping. Yes, on her show, and it was the hot potatoes girl who had stamps that were hot potatoes. That's where
she's the one that started it all.
I can see her in everything.
I can't Mary.
And her company was Hot Potatoes.
Yes, Mary. I think it's her first name.
It was Mary. Yep.
Yeah. So I about lost my mind when I saw it on Aliens. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try this.
Yeah.
I love trying new things. So, all right. So that is it for me anyways. We'll be back in about 45 with Anne's. So you want me to announce last week's winner now or yours?
We can do it at mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I will announce last week from Sizzix. I will announce that. Then I will be able to find what I'm sending, because I forgot to pull it out. So, okay. We will see you guys back in about 45. Take care, everybody. Have a great